so I'm just going to do a general introduction. Oh, we've got this magical gadget thing here, which put in the...
Hello, hello, hello. I'm not sure. Oh, great.
So did you get it? Was it Roth or Roth?
So it's Roth.
Roth. Okay.
Number 15, Say ordering, I had to say, no pickles on my sandwich, or I will burn this place down. Her words of wisdom, I hope you all appreciate Bishop Kelly Volleyball for all that it teaches, lets you love, and gives, whether it be the fun bus rides, enormous life lessons, or even your best friends, because before you know it, your senior night will be here with 4 years of the best memories to look back on. Miss Sadie Downey. Number 14, Haley Dawson. Haley is the daughter of Mom and Ginger Dawson. She has played volleyball for 8 years. Her school activities include 2017 Lacrosse All-Star, National Honor Society, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Vice President of the Body Club, Link Crew, Student Council, Common Ambassador, and she played basketball for 2 years. After high school, she plans to attend Oklahoma State University and studying interior design. Her best Bishop Kelly volleyball memories are when Maddie Washington served at the ball practice and it hit my head. I was out for a week with a concussion. And when Caroline Rosen gun fell out in the middle of the game, so she stuck it in the waistband of her spandex. Her senior words of wisdom to all Bishop Kelly volleyball players, I've loved spending time with each of you. We've made it important to be a family, and I'm glad to say that we truly have become a loving family towards each other. I will miss you all dearly, and I hope next season is the best to come. Love you guys. Miss Haley Dawson. Number 44, Mariana Mariana is the daughter of Anna Maria and Vince Hightower. Standing in for Vince is her brother Tristan. She has played volleyball for 6 years. Her volleyball honors include Comment of the Week and being a baller. Other activities include the National Honor Society and a National Hispanic Scholar. She plans on attending the University of Arkansas and attending a master's in business administration. Her best Bishop Kelly volleyball memory, thumping iron with her feather on the daily. Senior words of wisdom to my team, treasure these years because before you know it, they'll be gone. Enjoy playing sport you love with people you love. Remember what time it is, Comments? Run! Number 32, Madeline Roberts. Madeline is the daughter of Michelle and Ron Roberts. She has played volleyball for 7 years. Her volleyball honors include being named to the Bishop Kelly JV Tournament All-Tournament Team in 2016. Her other school activities include mock trial and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. After high school, she plans to attend Cornell College in Mount Vernon, Iowa, and study business with a concentration in hospitality management. Her best Bishop Kelly volleyball memory, winning the first JV red match against Skyduke this year, after coming back from being down 11-14, and all of the bus rides. Her senior words of wisdom to all of my teammates, thank you for all the memories, and I can't wait to come back and see the amazing things that you will accomplish in the future. Thank you to my family for supporting me in everything that I do. I love you. Miss Madeline Roberts. Manager Grace Moore. Grace is the daughter of Heidi and Moore. She has played volleyball for 3 years and been a manager for 4 years. At school, she is active in the crew serving as a leader, student council, varsity swim captain, silver awarded Girl Scout, founder of Model Status Club, Common Ambassadors, National Honor Society, and Girls State Representative. After high school, she plans on attending college, majoring in health sciences, then on to graduate school to become a physician's assistant. Her best Bishop Kelly volleyball memories are watching some of the greatest Treasure every moment you have and be thankful for everything you have. Miss Grace Roy! Manager Kyle Mooney! She has played volleyball for 1 year and has been a manager for 2 years. Included among the volleyball honors, 2016 Comment of the Week, 2016 State Runner-Up, and 2017 Comment of the Week. At school, she is also active in the National Honor Society, French Club, and 2018 Best Rounds. After high school, she plans on attending college and studying chemical engineering. Her best Bishop Kelly volleyball memory, Coach Sarah telling me to switch seats with Tori at state because I was cheering too loud. Her senior words of wisdom, how lucky I am to have something that makes it so hard to say goodbye. Miss Kylie Mooney! Number 11, Kira Zawa! She has played volleyball for 8 years. Included among her volleyball honors, captain, Union 2015 JV All-Tournament Team, 2017 Martinsville All-Tournament Team, and 2017 Common Week. At Bishop Kelly, she is involved with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and is the co-president of the FCA, National Honor Society serving as its vice president, junior and senior class board, 2-year lacrosse all-star, link crew, and 2017 winter homecoming court. After high school, she plans to attend either Oklahoma State or Creighton. Her best Bishop Kelly volleyball memory, Coach Sarah at Edmond Memorial my junior year, when Sarah stood up as the firefighters came in and asked, her senior word of wisdom, I love you with all my heart, with my whole heart. I will miss you guys. Go with great. And I now pass on the ox. This, Kira Zawa. And I was supposed to say Ms. Catherine Barton for last. Chris Barton is here with us now. And let me just say, Catherine, daughter of Chris and Terry Barton, thank you for making it. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2013 Common Volleyball Seniors.
Well, good evening, everybody. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. This is Coach Dave Saunders with you. And you can see, if you can hear me, that we have just been celebrating the 2017 seniors. And we've just been celebrating the 2017 seniors. Dave Saunders here with you alongside Gene Roth. And Gene, welcome to you, sir. Good to have you along. And you know, because you had a daughter here last year, how good is senior night?
You know, senior night's one of those very special nights, Coach. It's one of those nights where it kind of caps off for the seniors here tonight. It caps off their career as a volleyball Comet. Clearly a special night for them, but you know, I think it's one of those special recognition nights that displays their commitment to the program. And to your point, I've been through this twice here at Bishop Kelly, and it's a special night. I mean, your heart goes out to the girls knowing that it's one of their last times they'll be on the court, but they also appreciate all the affection and all the cheers and stuff they get.
And you kind of realize how quickly 4 years goes by, don't you?
Absolutely. It's just, you know, it just seems like a couple of days ago that they were coming in on that very first day, and you were driving through the loop, and the, you know, kiss your mom day or kiss your mom goodbye day And all of a sudden now we're at senior night.
There we are. Senior night it is here. Thank you for joining us here on Bishop Kelly TV. We are live here in the auditorium. We are going to be around about 18 minutes now away from our first game. It's the Comets versus Bixby. Now we're going to take a short break, and then you can see the man in the shot there just at the bottom of your screen. We're going to be having a live interview with the president of Bishop Kelly, and that is, of course, Father Brian O'Brien. Short break, and we will be back in a few seconds from now. You're watching BKTV.live.
Hi, I'm Don Thornton, and we've been selling cars in Tulsa for over 50 years. And now Don Thornton Volkswagen is all about SUVs, Atlas, Touareg, Tiguan, and the long wheelbase Tiguan. That's right, Volkswagen is your SUV company. Well, wait a minute, Volkswagen was into SUVs before there were SUVs. Remember the VW microbus? Well, we now have 4 new models to accommodate every activity. Don Thornton Volkswagen is once again your SUV headquarters, and they're sold by people just like you at 43rd Memorial.
High School, and I'm delighted to say I've got the president, or should I call him sheriff, Father O'Brien. Father, how are you tonight?
It's going great. Senior night, a great night for these girls and for their families.
And it's a kind of a bittersweet one for you, isn't it? Tell us what you're up to after Christmas.
Yeah, so I've got just got a new assignment that'll start in January. So I'll finish the semester at Bishop Kelly, and then move into St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church in Stillwater. So it's exciting, but this stuff is hard to beat. So I'm gonna miss it tremendously.
And of course, you support everything here at the school, and you're off to see the musical, The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, tonight is the second night of The Wizard of Oz. We've got 60, 70 kids on stage, sold out shows. There's a show, 2 shows Saturday and 1 more on Sunday, and just super exciting.
And always very hard to get a ticket now, isn't it?
Yeah, I usually kind of get it on the ground floor. I usually go to 2 shows, so I'm grateful to even have a seat.
Let's go back to volleyball now. I mean, I know you fully supported Coach Watts. He's a brilliant coach, had so much success. I mean, what has volleyball meant to you as president of the school?
Well, I think for me, I found the volleyball program has been so welcoming to me and to the other priests. We pop in on practice, we're able to sit on the bench, and so they've really incorporated us kind of into the life of the program. So I kind of know this program better than a lot of our programs, just because of kind of how much access they give us.
And just how good a coach is Coach Watts, in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, she's the best there is in Oklahoma, maybe the best there's ever been in the state of Oklahoma. I got our 1,000th win last year. Has just been doing it for a long time. But what's amazing, I think, is that passion doesn't go away. I've been around here for a while, and she has the same passion she did 10 years ago, 15 years ago than she does now. And you don't always see that. I think a lot of coaches sometimes can kind of burn out, and they don't give that same passion to today's kids as they did when they were new in the game. But she does, so we're grateful to have her.
And final word before I let you go and take your seat for the Wizard of Oz, just a word from you for these senior girls that leave us from the volleyball program today.
Yeah, hopefully you just saw their introductions, from the managers to the players. These girls have been just monumental in this program. I don't know that any of them, I think there's a few of them that might be able to play in college, but it's so much more than that. The friendships they've developed, the leadership they've shown. And one thing I love about our volleyball program is the seniors really take care of the freshmen. It's not we're better than you, it's we want to help you. We've been where you've been, and we're going to mentor you. And you don't see that all the time, and this program really has that, and these seniors are to thank for that.
So we finished with volleyball. We talked about a lot of things. Father, final thing, how can people follow if they want to have social media for Bishop Kelly High School?
Yeah, we're on Facebook, which is facebook.com/BK Tulsa. We're on Instagram @BK Comets, and we're on Twitter @BK Comets.
Excellent, Father. Thank you so much. I know a lot of you know Father O'Brien. We're going to let him go now. He always supports this program. He's going to go to support the musical. Father, thank you, sir. Have a good night, and appreciate you coming on BKTV.
You as well. Go Comets.
Go Comets. We'll be back in just a few moments. We're getting set, as you can see, for the Comets versus Bixby. You're watching BKTV.live.
Hi, I'm Don Thornton, and we've been selling cars in Tulsa for more than 50 years with a simple philosophy: represent great brands and always make business about people. VW is a proud part of our family, and it's growing with the all-new Atlas SUV. Listen to this. It holds 7 passengers, has a 6-year, 72,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. The best part is it starts at $33,000. The new Atlas SUV at Don Thornton Volkswagen, sold by people like you. 43rd and Memorial.
Well, welcome back here to Bishop Kelly. It's quite noisy behind us. We've got a lot of people that we can see here who've come in for this wonderful senior night, and I've got the head coach of the volleyball, a very successful coach, I might add, is Coach Wads. Coach, I guess every senior class is different. Just tell us what's special about this senior class.
Oh man, so many things. Women of great character. Just the ability to hold one another and their teammates accountable without fearing what that might mean for them personally. They've just been such great leaders for us, and it started last spring. They have been all about it, on top of everything, all the time. They make my job a lot easier.
I know that you want them to do the business on the night with the volleyball, but let's just talk about how special a night is it for you? I mean, you've done a few of these now. How special is it when you see the family and parents and brothers and sisters? How special is a senior night for you?
Well, it's really awesome for our kids, and they're why we're here. It's not about us, it's about them. And you know, sometimes our senior nights, you know, it's a big deal. We make a big deal out of it. Our juniors do all the planning, and because we want our seniors to feel special, and they are special, and we just want to send them off in one of our final home matches knowing that we appreciate them and all that they have meant to our volleyball program.
And we know that you're busy, so we're going to send you off now. Will you come and speak to us at the end?
I would love to.
Coach Wads will let you go. Thank you so much. Go Comets. That is Coach Wads. We are getting ready for this match up with Bixby. It is going to be live. It's going to happen right behind me on this court. That was Coach Wads. You've heard from Father O'Brien. We'll be getting ready to introduce the two teams very soon from now. Let's take a short break, and then we'll be back with more. You're watching BKTV.live.
Represent great brands and always make business about people. VW is a proud part of our family, and it's growing. The all-new Tiguan is here. Listen to this. The new Tiguan has 57% more space, third-row seating, great new styling, the sporty SUV you've been wanting. The new Tiguan at Don Thornton Volkswagen, sold by people like you at 43rd and Memorial.
Just like Alexander Hamilton, I am not throwing away my shot. No, I am not throwing away my shot. I'm going to rise up and bring awareness and necessary funds to the San Miguel Middle School. How am I going to do that? By dancing, of course, at the most fun event in Tulsa, Spotlight on San Miguel, Dancing with the Tulsa Stars, October 21st at the Cox Business Center. How can you help? By sharing this video with as many folks as possible and by using a Hamilton from your wallet. Yes, that $10 bill is worth one vote. Go to www.spotlightonsanmiguel.org or on your mobile device, type in spotvoting.org. Your vote will be a blessing to San Miguel the way you have been a blessing to me. Thank you.
Well, welcome back in here to Bishop Kelly High School. I've got the AD with me, the athletic director, Lance Parks. Lance, how are you tonight? And tell us about some of the sports that are going on at the moment.
Oh yeah, we've got full slate going right now. Both cross-country teams are going to the University of Arkansas on Saturday. They ran well at KU last week and at Holland Hall, so I expect some good results from them at the Chili Pepper. They enjoy going there to Fayetteville every year. Football team is at Pryor tomorrow. Big game for us, district showdown with the Tigers. They've had a good season so far. They're celebrating their 100th year of football in Pryor, so it'll be crazy tomorrow. We're looking forward to that. And then volleyball obviously is off to a great start. We're kind of winding things down. We got regionals here in a couple of weeks. Mount St. Mary's comes here next week. Coach Wads has done a tremendous job. I watch these girls work every single day in this gym, and it's so impressive to see the effort they put out. And then finally, softball. Softball goes to regionals at Pryor next week. They will be playing on Wednesday at 11 o'clock versus the Glenpool Warriors. So big times right now.
I know the answer to this next question, but I'm going to ask you, as athletic director at this wonderful school, how much do you appreciate the assistant coaches, the coaches, and the players?
Listen, coaching is an extension of education. Coaches are teachers. Their classroom is the gym, their classroom is the locker room, their classroom is the field. And there's no one that has better coaches, head coaches, assistant coaches in Bishop Kelly High School. I work with some of the most tremendous men and women. Coach Wads is a great example. Some have 35 years experience, some have 5 years experience, but all of them have the heart, the zeal, the desire, the LaSallian mission inside them, and it shows in their teams.
I knew you'd say that. Just finally, I work for our seniors tonight. You know, we love them, we have them for 4 years. It's always sad to see them go, but what do you say to the senior class of any sport?
I tell them that they need to take the lessons that they learned of resiliency, of fighting through conflict, of working for someone else, committing to someone else on a team. I want them to take that to college and take that to the workplace, because those are the things, more than any ball skill, more than any shooting drill, more than any spikes, anything that they've got going on, those are the qualities that take them to excellence as adults.
Good man. Thanks for that's Coach Parks here, Lance Parks, the coach himself. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. We're about ready to go. We better move. We better go. We better go. That's Coach Parks for you. Thank you so much to him for joining us here on BKTV Live. We are nearly ready. We're under 2 minutes away from tonight's volleyball night. It is Bishop Kelly versus Bixby. This is BKTV.live. We'll be back in a few moments.
Hello.
Well, welcome back in. Dave Saunders here with you and Gene Roth courtside. We're saying how special it is to be here with the volleyball senior night. It is Bixby, not too far away, and it's going to be a tremendous night. And Gene, we would expect to see pretty much all the seniors play tonight, probably at some stage.
I hope that's the case. I know, again, from my experience, the coaching staff tries to do what they can to get everybody an opportunity to play tonight, especially the seniors. You know, seeing that they've worked for this, they deserve this, they've committed themselves to the team for the last 4 years, and really it's longer than 4 years. I mean, they pretty much hang together, do stuff together, and train for the program all year long. So,
and we know that some of these girls will go on and play at college, such as your daughter we were talking about off air. And some, you know, this will be it. They've had 4 years of fun. They don't want to do it anymore. They've got other things to do. So for some, you know, it's a bittersweet evening, isn't it?
Absolutely. And sometimes it's by choice. sometimes they say, you know what, I know that going into college is going to bring on a whole nother level of commitment and so forth. And so they choose to leave it behind, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that because it's a big change in their life. So no matter which way they go, that's the right decision for them.
Now we are going to have the prayer. We're going to have the national anthem being sung by Abby Medico, who is a volleyball player herself. She's also actually involved with the Wizard of Oz, and that is the show that's going on literally now, but she's taken time off today. So we're getting set. She's going to do that. We've introduced our seniors tonight, which has been really good, including the managers and trainers. So we're pretty much set fair. There's a pretty good crowd in here, actually, Gene. As I look, especially to my over my shoulder to my right, we've got a decent crowd in here. It should be a good atmosphere for this one.
Large crowd of parents, which always adds to the excitement, and you can almost guarantee, especially with these being almost hometown sister city schools, there's going to be a lot of rivalry going on tonight, and I'm assuming that's going to make it a little bit of a loud place here.
Bixby will be wearing blue jerseys. The Comets tonight are in their black jerseys with the red numbers. We're going to have some introductions in a minute, but I'm going to quickly bring Jean in. There might be people watching who don't know much about volleyball, and I've learned that with football, American football as I would call it. So just basically tell us, very, very basically, what is the idea of the game? How does it work?
The idea of the game when you get to its basic core is you want to make sure that the ball goes over the net to your opponent's side and is not returned by that opponent. On the surface, it may look somewhat simple, like a very basic, simple game. You serve the ball, you hit it, touch it 3 times, and it goes over. What I think people that haven't been around the game for a long time don't realize is there's a lot of skill and a lot of technique that's required to pass the ball from player to player, similar to a soccer or something like that. And there's also a lot of strategy that goes on as to what you want to do with that ball, who you pass that ball to, what those players have responsibilities of doing. And so there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and if you're somebody sitting here close to the court like we are, you can hear all of the talking and all of the chatter that's going on the court. So there's a lot going on in this game other than just what may look simple, on the screen of it's passed 3 times and over the net.
And 30 feet wide by 60 feet long. The net for ladies is 7 foot 4 inches. That is the idea, of course, to get it over the net. Now, we've been introduced to the Bixby Spartans. We're now being introduced to the Bishop Kelly Comets. So is Catherine Barlow just being introduced there. And we are getting ready for this match between the Spartans and the Comets. And it will be the best of 5 games. Or sets. We can call them games or sets. I was chatting to Coach Wads about that, and I said, now do we call them games to make sets, and she said, well, it's a match is made up of sets or games.
Yeah.
So we're allowed to say whatever we like. A big introduction for Kira Ziola, who's one of our seniors tonight, the number 11 from our stadium announcer. Lots of smiles, of course, on the senior night, as we say, the girls being introduced. And there's Kaylee Dawson, another senior, number 14. You can see on our feed. And that's Sadie Bauman, of course, his mother is here tonight. And I was talking to Lisa, there she is in shot, and she said, lots of smiles now, she said, but I think there's going to be a lump in my throat because she said, don't forget, I might be a coach, but I'm also a mum.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, there really, as a senior and as a senior parent, there are 2 nights that really tug at the emotional strings for you and your players. Senior night is one of those, and that last game of that, the last moment on the court of that last game that you play that okay, everything is over, that's where the second moment hits. So
there it is. Now we've got some more announcements here. And that's from some of the dads who are here tonight for the seniors.
Coach Saunders, that's kind of a tradition that they started, and I don't know how far back it went. I know we were at least doing it when my middle daughter played here, was where their parents were doing the announcing of their daughters, the senior daughters. And it's always very interesting and very fun to hear the different things that go on when the parents get the mic.
That's absolutely right. Now, it's also good that we've had the Bixby girls there smiling away as well, but I know, again, talking to Coach Wads, Jean, it's all very well that it's a senior night, but we'll come back to something. We'll talk about that in a moment, what my conversation was with Coach Wads about getting the business done on the night.
Good deal.
Here is Coach Wads now with the prayer.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Gracious God, we thank you for the safe arrival of all who are gathered here and for this opportunity to begin in prayer. As we participate in tonight's games, we ask you to watch over us and help us to be mindful of the many ways in which we are blessed. We ask that you watch over all players, keeping them injury-free and allowing them to play to the best of their abilities while demonstrating respect for one another. In a particular way tonight, we ask that you watch over our seniors. They have been great witnesses for you and for our volleyball program. So we ask that you watch over them, continue to bless them, protect them, and instill in them a desire to always follow you. Enable them to touch the greater world as they have touched us. At the conclusion of tonight's matches, allow us all a safe journey home. For we ask all this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Merry Queen of Peace.
Pray for us.
St. John Baptist, fill us out.
Pray for us.
Live Jesus in our hearts.
And of course, I should have said that it's the national anthem being sung by Abby Medico, not the prayer. That was from Coach Wads.
Can you see by the dawn's early light once so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That's the national anthem there, sung beautifully by Abby Medico, who is one of the players. She wears 37. Now, the starters for Bixby will just tell you are going to be Kayla Little, Sophie Childs, Emma Clark, Gabby Justice, Skylar Roth, and Sydney Hales. So, Bixby, what are we expecting from Bixby, Jean?
Bixby's a good quality team, and we've seen a lot of good things come from them. Last year, I think it was the first game we played with them. Very, very, very close game, and I'm expecting much of the same tonight.
That's the voice of Jean Roth, and we were discussing the pronunciation of one of the players. You're a Roth, and she's a Roth.
She's a Roth. It's interesting how they're spelled the same, but pronounced differently.
Indeed. Now, there's the circle of Bishop Kelly Comets girls. There are lots of smiles, but I'm going to tell you before the prayer and the national anthem, Coach Wads was saying, okay, it is senior night, but I want a performance from my girls.
Oh, absolutely. The type of night doesn't matter. We're still here to play volleyball. They're here to perform. She expects exactly the same out of them of every night that they play. They get on the court. It's a serious night. If I might say, the party is now over. It's time to get down to business.
Well, Sadie Bauman, Caitlin Osmond, and Mariana Hightower are going to be in the front line, as it were. There's Abby Buford, who's always impressed me as a freshman. Maddie Washington is number 27. And also on the court is the number 25, Parker Ross, who's also impressed this season. And now a little bit of a change round, because we've now got the libero on. And of course the libero is Amanda So we are almost ready now. A little bit more shenanigans going on the Comets bench there. And now it's down to the serious stuff. We have a ball, and we're going to get underway. And the serve is going to be from the number 26, which is Skylar Roth. Here she is. Skylar Roth getting us underway in the first point of this best of 5 games. And immediately the Comets setting up, but now it's Bixby are coming back. Good attack at the net. Bauman now those sets for Osmond. Osmond is left-handed, wins the opening point of the night, and a good solid point and a good rally, Gene.
A good rally to start off the game. Both teams playing pretty well so far. They both had a good long rally, and each quality volleyball right from the start.
And here's a great girl serving is Sadie Bauman. Left-handed server. That's long. And so it is going to be another point for the Comets. Long there from Kayla Little, who's arguably one of the taller girls on the team. Probably I would say that Sophie Childs at number 9 is probably the tallest.
Yep.
There is Childs getting
a nice
this.
defensive play there by Caitlin.
And another point for the Comets, who now have 3 without reply.
Off to a very good start.
Sadie Bauman, of course, will keep serving from the back right. Left-handed serve down the middle. Good solid hit over the net from Bixby, but Osmond with that trusty left hand of hers. That's a clever two-handed push over the net from Bixby. Still we go on. There's Bauman. She'll have to bring this one back into play, and over it goes from Ross. Good long rally this one, and in fact the point has gone to Bixby. It was a double.
It's like a double. Yep, a double on Bixby.
Good long rally. 4-0 on senior night here at Bishop Kelly High School to the Comets.
I think both teams are still just settling into kind of their rhythm, but.
And another point for the Comets. Yeah, it's been good. It takes a few points, I guess, to, you've done all that warming up for about 20 minutes, but still you want to get into the game, don't you?
It does, and sometimes it's hard to explain why it just seems things don't seem to quite get in click, and then all of a sudden after a point or two, you'll see the rallies change, and all of a sudden the opposing team will pick up some points.
And the Spartans are off the mark with a kill from Sophie Childs. That one's wide from the Comets. We will put the score up all night. You can see the Comets 5, Spartans 2, and we'll keep the scores up. Should we go to 5 sets, we'll have all the scores up there. Thank you for your company here on BKTV.live.
Might have been a touch on that, maybe. No touch. I thought maybe I saw something there.
Well, it did go to the Comets, actually. 6-2,
Yep.
It was Caitlin Osmond, and she goes back to serve now.
Now, whether Bixby called that or whether the linesman caught that, I don't know. But I thought I saw a touch as it went across the net.
That was a touch, and that will go to Bixby. 6-3. First one, of course, to 25 if you're new to the game of volleyball, and you must win by 2 clear points. The rules were changed several years ago. It used to be that you could only score a point as the Comets go long on your own serve. Now, Gene, every rally is up for a point, isn't it?
Absolutely. Now, in this day and age, much like the game of old, you had to serve to make a point, which sometimes really drug the games out to be really long. Nowadays, it's a point every serve. So
Sophie Childs there. It's a bit like in baseball. I like the new rule in baseball that you can just walk someone now without throwing four balls at them. Just saves a bit of time. We'll walk this guy.
It does. It just if you're going to put him on base, it seems silly to have to throw 4 balls just to do that.
There you go. There's Washington getting the ball over for the Comets. Back come the Spartans, and the ball it was a double. Again, well spotted by R1.
Yep, setter was in place. He was all set and ready to go. The ball sometimes just comes off your hands a little loose, and that's what happened that time.
There's Amanda Schilt, who, as we say, that's just long, though, from her one. We always say she plays the game with a smile on her face. We got the interview with her the last time we were here for Volleyball with BKTV, and she gave us a fantastic interview. And she really loves the game. There she is diving for that one. That's just out, though. Couple of points for Bixby.
Really, really good serve by Emma Clark from Bixby. It was one of those that dropped right in the middle of the court.
Yep. There she is again. Emma, a senior herself on senior night here at Bishop Kelly. There's Hightower, a senior herself, winning the point for the Comets. So three seniors for Bixby, Emma Clark, Gabby Justice, and also Callie Davis on their roster. There's the Librero getting involved in red. That's Josie Hoffman. Osmond goes over two-handed.
Nice deep play by Caitlin.
And then into the net goes the junior Kayla Little. Another point to the Comets. And as you said, good play in the middle of the rally there, Gene.
Yes, it was. Very good rally.
Here's one of our seniors now, of course. That is
Ziola, I think.
Yeah, Kira Ziola. Big night for her. Another girl that loves the game of volleyball. Always seems to be chirpy and happy around the court.
I've seen her for many years here.
Does very well. She's done very well in the JV program as well, hasn't she? It's a mistake coming in there from the number 30. That's Sydney Hales.
It was a really hard try by Sydney, just not quite in the right position to make the play that she was wanting to make. But yeah, I'd give it to her for giving a good shot.
Here she is to make amends. Now she dummies that one. Over it goes. Schilt cushions. Washington tries to kill it. Still the Spartans. Good defense from them.
Nice.
There's a couple of net plays there. And in the end, the ball goes away for a point to the Comets.
The Comets are really hanging tough. They're staying engaged in all of those rallies, and they've been fortunate enough to come out on the top of a lot of them so far.
Well, there's a shot of Russ Embry. Now, what a character he is. It's kind of a Western night. They've all got their sheriff's badges on, and there's Embry. Is that kind of Stetson, I guess?
You know, almost he's kind of, from a profile there, he's almost resemblant to a little John Wayne action.
There you go. And there's the Bixby Spartans, who are trailing by 6-13, but we'll stay with the action here because it's been a pretty good start to this game. It's been some good long rallies, and as you say, it takes a little time to settle down, but both teams sorting themselves out pretty well.
They are, and you know, as we saw there on the score, at about 9-6, Bixby had actually made a charge from about a 5 or 6 point deficit at the very beginning of the game. They made a charge and got to within 3, but things have now swung back into Bishop Kelly's court, and they pulled ahead comfortably.
Well, here is, again, Kira Ziola. Family here tonight on senior night.
Nice set by Miss Clark there.
And that one nearly hit Coach Watts. There was no touch. That was wide from Bixby, so another point. Ziola will continue to serve. Of course, she will get where the ball needs to be served. Lots of smiles from Coach Watts. That was a very good,
very smart play. I'm sure Emma probably saw that out of the corner of her eye. She may have even been seeing that all along and just chose the right time to do that. That was a great play.
Kayla Little with the serve. Good play from Emma Clark there. Bellman sets for Washington. That was a really, really good hit. It's all about timing, isn't it?
It's all about timing, and really, if you're playing the game of volleyball, you hear a lot of people talk about your approach, get your approach, whatever. That approach is extremely important because that's where you're going to get a lot of your power and a lot of your jumping height from, is the way you do that approach.
Good rally this one. Schilt.
Nice dig by Miss Ziola there.
Well done from Hoffman, the Librero for the Spartans. Schilt keeps it in play. And there's Buford getting up tall.
Nice dig by Miss Clark.
Yeah, keeping it going. For Amanda Schilt, throwing herself left-hander there. Good rally this one.
A good body sacrifice there by both Miss Schilt and by Miss Ziola.
Well, that's amazing. Ziola wins the point there for the Comets.
Well, I tell you what, they deserved it. Between Amanda Schilt and Ziola, they made some great saves that kept that ball in play.
Just going back to the timing of Maddie Washington there, if I could bring in other sports, it's akin to someone hitting a sweet shot off the bat in baseball, or a direct free kick in soccer. You know, there are just moments that happen in sports that are just, and volleyball, there it is, isn't it?
It's right
timing.
there. You're right. And when everything clicks, it's a beautiful game.
The beautiful game being led by 10 points by the Comets, 17-7. Make that 18-7.
Bixby still having a bit of a struggle, just kind of getting things going here. I'm sure that will probably change, if not the rest of this game, the next game.
There's Buford. And here's Washington again, talking about timing. She's done it again, Maddie Washington. She's a girl that impresses me a lot, Maddie Washington. She's, every time I've seen her play, she's come forward. She didn't get a lot of varsity action last season, but this season, the junior is really taken up.
She did it, and I tell you, I remember the last game that we were on live with BKTV. Maddie played a really strong game. I think she really pulled out all the stops that game.
She's there at the net now. Here's Buford in your shot. Now onto the court comes Catherine Barton.
Great to see one of our seniors on the court now.
That's into the net, and Catherine Barton all smiles. So we've got Sadie Bauman, Catherine Barton, and we've got Ziola on the court as seniors, 3 of the 6. Caitlin Osmond, Maddie Washington.
And 2 of those, I think 1 or 2 of those seniors are our managers, so we just about got every one of them out there.
I think you're right. That's a good dig from Ziola.
Oh, goodness, yep. Yeah, you could tell that was going to be coming. That was not quite the best time to do that, and I think even Caitlin knows that. She's laughing a little bit, and she knows it is probably not a pretty volleyball shot there.
Here's Hoffman, the libero. Ziola, Bauman. Here's Washington.
Oh, very nice block by number 9, Sophie Childs.
Was a good block, as we said. She's pretty much the tallest player from Bixby. Washington thought she got the kill, but a good block. So the libero, Hoffman again.
And she's only a sophomore, so she's got a lot of volleyball time ahead of her at Bixby.
And there she is again, but a good block at the net. Zola sets up for Bauman, who sets up for Barlow. Doesn't get it killed. Good block at the net.
By Sadie and Maddie. I don't know who quite got that, but
Sadie Bauman gets that one over double-handed. And then a good block at the net, I think, from Osmond.
I think you're right.
Couldn't quite see around the referee there.
You're right.
So 22-9.
And I tell you, this is quite impressive first game that we're seeing from Bishop Kelly.
Dawson, another senior, has served an ace. How about that? It was a bit of a campfire from Bixby there. So Katie Dawson, 23-9. And she gets another one as there's a mistake from Bixby. So we're on game point.
Yeah, certainly Bixby's certainly struggling this first game, so it'll be up to the coach to get him settled down and say, okay, forget that one. We still have four games left. And that was a very nice shot by number 33, Reagan Roper.
Reagan Roper, her first action of the night. And she goes off, having won that point. Obviously a tactical move. Here now is the serve then from the sophomore, Skylar Roth. And that is a point for Bixby.
A little bit of a mix-up there between Miss Dawson and Miss Schultz.
Roth again, good low serve. Amanda
Nice.
Schultz
That
with
was
the
a
cushion.
good serve.
Yeah. Hoffman gets involved for Bixby. Dawson to Schultz. Now over from Ziola. Hoffman again, the libero. And that's a good kill there from Kaylee Smith, who's a junior.
You know, Bixby making a little bit of a charge here. They still got a ways to go yet, but I tell you, they've brought up about 4 straight points here.
They have indeed. There's Osmond, though, winning one back with that lovely left hand that she's got, and that is the game point, 25-12 to the Comets. So we'll come back after this short break for the second game. You're watching BKTV.live. My name is Coach Saunders, and he is Gene Roth. We'll be back in just a few seconds from now.
Hi, I'm Don Thornton, and we've been selling cars in Tulsa for more than 50 years with a simple philosophy: represent great brands and always make business about people. VW is a proud part of our family, and it's growing with the all-new Atlas SUV. Listen to this. It holds 7 passengers, has a 6-year, 72,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. The best part is it starts at $33,000. The new Atlas SUV at Don Thornton Volkswagen, sold by people like you. 43rd Memorial.
Welcome back in then to Bishop Kelly High School. Dave Saunders here with you alongside Gene Roth. And Gina, a pretty solid game from the Comets there. Game to what, 12-13, so pretty good.
Certainly no dispute on who dominated that game. It'll be interesting to see if that trend continues, or whether, as I mentioned before, whether Bixby's coach is saying, okay, girls, that game is over. That was our warm-up game. We've got 4 games ahead of us. Let's start all over. Let's just win the next 3. So they're a long ways from this night being over.
And if you're Coach Wads, who is sitting down there, I think she's had her chat, but if you're Coach Wads, you're saying, okay, good solid win, enjoy it, but come on, senior night, we need to get the job done as well. Let's be professional.
Absolutely. The intensity of the game 2, irregardless of what the score is, the first game, the intensity of game 2 has to be every bit as high and as serious as it was in game 1.
We talk about the seniors, of course, and we ask for God's blessing on them and them as they, move on. Of course, there's a long way to go in the season yet, we hasten to add. But then you start to look at the other end of things, and I've always been impressed by Audrey Buford, who is a freshman at the top of the list. I mean, she has had a lot of varsity time. Coach was not afraid to put a freshman in.
Absolutely not, and I think same goes for Carolyn Ernst. I think number 26, she's also a freshman, has played in our nights that we've done to BKTV. She's played a lot of minutes on the court, has done very well as a freshman. But if I might, Coach Saunders, maybe reflect a little bit back on what I think it was Father O'Brien said, made a comment about the seniors and their leadership. And again, as being somebody who's been through this twice with 2 daughters that have been through the program, started as freshmen and into the seniors, what he said about the seniors being leaders and taking some of the underclassmen under their wings is absolutely true from what we've experienced. And I can still remember my daughters coming home being a little bit afraid of as a freshman going into a program like this, and then a week later coming home and some of their best friends that they've made off the inset has been the seniors on the team.
It's not just about hitting a ball over a net, is it?
Absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not.
No, you're absolutely right. And I quote from, I did sit down with Coach Wads today. I said, tell me about your seniors. And she just called them outstanding. She said they are outstanding seniors. So we thank every single one of them. And we are going to get set fair now for the second game. The Comets having won the first one fairly easily. And it is going to be a senior, Sadie Bauman, who's going to get us underway. And I'm always impressed. I don't want to give it a curse, commentator's curse now. I'm always impressed by her serving. I really am.
She's got a good serve, and I tell you, we've made this comment a couple of times. Being a left-hander, that adds a different dimension to their serves as well, because most of the opponents are ready to see a right-handed server come across the net. When you have a left-handed server, that adds a whole different look.
And talk about left-handed, Caitlin Osmond there with a kill with her left hand.
Absolutely.
She's very impressive as well. That's a tremendous serve.
A great receive off by the libero there.
Hoffman, very, very good. Good touch over the net from Barlow.
Very nice placement by Kat Barlow there.
2-0. We've got the cardboard cutouts of the seniors. We'll get some shots of them in our student section away to our left, just off camera at the moment.
The student section snuck up on me. A few minutes ago, there weren't as many over there as there are now.
Right. Word has got round. Thank you for your company here on BKTV. We do appreciate you tuning in, and we will get you the tweets read out if you send them in at BK Comets. And we've got one for BKTV, which I will give you in a short while.
Nice hit there by Miss Osment, showing her versatility. She's hit left side, she's hit right side. That shot there was in the middle, so very versatile.
Comets winning the first game 25-12, and they lead 3-1 in this second game. There's Schilt, there's Barlow, there's a block at the net, but it falls into no man's land. Point to the Comets.
I think the libero, Miss Roth over on Bixby, was expecting just a little bit hotter ball coming her way, and when it got blocked at the net, that stopped it a little bit short of where she was expecting it to go.
Osment with the left-handed serve. There's Hoffman, the libero. Now there's an attempted kill by
Nice
Abby Justice.
Nice hit by Abby.
There is Justice again. Clever shot, but Schilt gets there. Bauman sets for Barlow. Block at the net.
Nice block by Bixby there. We were able to pick that up and get the point.
Good reaction. It's not only about hitting the ball hard, it's about reactions like that.
It is, and you've got to stay engaged no matter where it's at and what you do. You've got to stay engaged and ready for that ball to come back.
5-1 then, the Comets lead. Osment again, this time to the Bixby right. That one hits the roof, but we go on. Osment now from the back is Schilt.
Nice deep hit there by Amanda.
This has to go over, and it does by Hoffman. Hoffman, libero to libero. Touch over the net.
Wow, that whole play was started off by almost a picture-perfect pass by Amanda right to Sadie, who was standing in the primo spot as a setter, and it's just glory from there.
Osment again will go. There's Schilt setting for Buford. Good block at the net from Bixby.
Good block by Bixby.
There's Buford having a second bite at the cherry. And that is a good kill of a sort from Justice, Gabby Justice, who is a senior.
It's one of those tough spots to be in as a setter because you know you've got to get to your spot to be ready to set the ball, but you've also got to play defense, and sometimes you get caught in that middle zone.
Kelly Davis, senior at Bixby, number 22, serves, gets us underway in this rally. Hightower tries to kill. Hoffman blocks. Hoffman will go. Schilt cushions to Bauman. Hightower can't kill it. Back come Bixby.
Oh, nice pick up there by Amanda.
Yeah. There's Osment.
Oh, a nice dig by Miss Roth on Bixby.
There's Schilt. Good rally this one. Over it goes from Hightower. Hoffman comes in, the libero, sets now. Oh, that's a lovely shot. And that is...
Nice play.
Yeah, number 13, she's impressed me, Emma Clark.
Nice play. Yeah, she's both a hitter and a setter on Bixby, so again, a very versatile player herself.
Gets a point back, 6-3, Comets lead. There's Bauman digging. Schilt. Barlow. Good block again. Here's Bauman. Schilt.
Oh, wow. That was a lightning move by Amanda there.
Well, it was, and she managed to set it pretty well, and the Comets get the point.
I'm not for sure what happened that required her to come all the way from the back row, but I tell you what, all I seen was this red streak, and then the ball bounced up. It's like, holy smokes.
And what impressed me was she managed to dig it, but to exactly the right place. That's amazing.
Absolutely. You know what? We're gonna chalk that up as total skill right there.
I think so. A little bit of misunderstanding from the Spartans. Another point to the Comets.
They are hanging close for the moment. Important for them not to let that lead get very far.
We'll give you some tweets that have been sent in, which we always appreciate here on BKTV.
Oh,
That's
nice dig by Miss Osment there.
Yeah, from Caitlin.
Big stretch and was able to get it. Nice block by both by Maddie and Audrey there.
And that one goes long from the Spartans, so another point. Comets 9, the Spartans 3. Comets winning the first game, as you can see on your screen, to 12. And that is a very, very nice kill from our number 9, who is Sophie Childs.
Yeah.
Been impressed with her as well.
I've been very impressed as a sophomore. I've been very impressed in just what she looks like she has to offer.
So it is the libero, Hoffman, Josie Hoffman is a junior, wearing 23 in the red jersey. Both liberos in red tonight. And that was wide from Schilt. So a point for Bixby, takes them to 5. Hoffman again will serve. And that is very clever play.
Oh, it's a very nice play. Very quick decision made by Sadie there. Advantage of running a 5-1 offense with one setter. She's able to do that on the front row. And not much she could do but that, but she did the right thing there.
Kira Ziola, always popular when she comes onto the court, especially on senior night.
Nice hit by Miss Little there from Bixby.
Schilt and Ziola, both smiles. They kind of tripped each other up a little bit there, but Bixby get the point. So going to be a serve from the impressive Emma Clark. Thanks for your company if you're joining us and you are a Spartans fan tonight. Please send us your tweets as well. Bixby get a point there, 7-10. Of course, good rivals, Bixby, not too far away.
It's always good to get those tweets because that means we know people are out there listening to us, Coach.
There you go. There you go. There's Bauman. Washington has to slightly
maybe a little bit of a mix-up there on who was supposed to be the hitter.
In the end, a campfire. And the Spartans just looking a little bit stronger. Look as though they've organised themselves.
They've gotten a little bit more organised. They're playing a little bit more solid volleyball. They're hanging right in there this game.
Here's Bauman setting here for Buford. And that's a beautiful shot. That's just inside the red line.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Bixby had nobody back there, I tell you, but you got to give it to BK attack side. It's a great shot.
Abby Buford talking of great shots. Thank you, Noah, on camera. Is it Noah back there? No, not Noah. But thank you to our students, including Noah, who are working behind the scenes here, making mine and Jean's job very, very easy. And here is a serve from Kayla Little.
Yeah, we've got some great camera action going on tonight, Coach. I mean, you can see they're following the ball. They're changing those angles of the camera. It's pretty impressive from my end.
And I'll tell you what, it's not the easiest of jobs, having done it myself.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, we go on. And in the end, the Comets win the point.
To me, it's really neat because it gives you a different perspective of the game, and you can really see what's going on, in my opinion, a lot better than just having a camera in the middle of the court and watching it both sides.
And we should say, please, 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 tweet us in. Tell us where you are watching our broadcast from. I know that we get out of state alum, parents, family. You know, we know that you appreciate it. Tell us. We love to hear from you. We love doing this for you. Bishop Kelly is such a special school, and we know that people follow all things Bishop Kelly from far and wide. Here is the serve from the Spartans. Here's Bauman. Here's Schilt. And she's just gone wide. She's annoyed with herself.
So that puts Bixby back within 1 point. And as you said earlier, Coach Saunders, they're right in this game. They're hanging right with us this game.
12-11. We'll tell you about some, as the serve goes along, we'll tell you about some other things coming up as well.
I was going to say, I may have jinxed them by saying that.
Commentator's nightmare, isn't it? Here is Sadie Bauman with that trusty left-handed serve. Schilt sets here for Bauman. And there's Barlow to win it.
Good shot, good hit by Barlow.
Yeah, it was Schilt, Bauman, and Barlow, wasn't it? And Bauman will go back and serve again. 14-11 up. One set up, all good and rosy in the garden for the Comets at the moment.
Oh, I'm surprised they let Bixby get away with that one. That was probably a double, but...
Yes, it looked like it was really lifted up.
It was, and it had quite a bit of spin on it, which is kind of one of the indications. So, but you know, sometimes the refs are going to make that call as to whether it's really something they need to call, given a number of aspects of the game. So, you can't really fault them for that.
There's Bauman with a left palm, and there's Osman. That could have been long.
Dig by Miss Roth.
Yeah,
I think you're right. I think it maybe was long, but great dig.
Well, Osman said it was returned once, but not now. And I think Hoffman, the libero, pretty much said what do I do about that? That's so perfectly placed.
That's, the look on her face was classic because it's like, okay, no matter where I'm at, that's not the right spot. So
15-12 as Osmond serves, and the Librero didn't quite get hold of that one as she would have liked. Another point to the Comets. Osmond goes back wearing 50.
And we're starting to see that lead stretch again here for Bishop Kelly. Oh, nice pickup by number 26, Skylar Roth.
Yeah, it was off the roof, wasn't it?
Off the beam and came down much harder than they expected.
Good block from Barlow at the net, but just wide. Point to Bixby.
Yeah, I saw Coach Wadge give her the signal that I was expecting her to say is just when you're doing that block, make sure you're turning that block into the court instead of going straight up and letting it go out.
And there, that serve is long. Well, you can see Coach Hembry there in the white shirt in your shot. He's lost the Stetson, but he has given a smaller hat to one of our priests over there. Sat next to Sarah Dix, who's one of our coaches as well with Russ Hembry, and Lisa Bauman there making up the four of them sat there. And it is Amanda Schilt now, serving at 17-13 up and 1-0 up. Good block at the net, but just wide.
Good block. I think the ball came down between us and the net, but it was, you got to give it to Sophie Childs. A nice solid hit from her.
And some of those blocks, sometimes it just comes off your hands at an angle and it goes out, doesn't it?
It just happens to bounce the wrong direction, just like the soccer ball may bounce the wrong direction. A baseball takes a bad skip at the wrong time. Those things are just going to happen.
Another point to Bixby. They get 2 on the bounce there, 15-17.
So they've actually now made a comeback, close that gap yet again.
They have indeed. Hoffman again, the Librero from the back left, goes to the Comets left. And Washington is blocked at the net. Another point to Bixby.
Nice play by Sadie. A nice placed ball by Maddie, but Bixby was there with the block and put it right back into the middle of the court where we had nobody there.
Hoffman serves from the same place. This time she goes back right. Here's Bauman. Here's Osmond from a long way back.
Nice back row hit by Miss Osmond.
Hoffman to the Librero for the Comets Schilt. There's Washington. Hoffman again, cushions. And that's a good kill coming in there from the Spartans. And that was Sydney Hales.
And now we're tied up, and so that has to give Bixby a whole nother level of confidence now, knowing that they've been behind, they fought back, they've been behind, they fought back yet again, and now we're tied.
17s. Here's Schilt, and she's gone wide, so Bixby take the lead, I think, for the first time in this game. And
I think it's a good time for a timeout. I bet you I'd almost be willing to say Coach Watts is saying, okay, guys, we've lost our focus just a little bit. We've made some really silly mistakes that I think I've seen the last 3 or 4 points. So may have gotten to one of those, kind of what you alluded to earlier, Coach Saunders, that we may have gotten a little too comfortable. This is what happens if you do, so now let's get back on track.
Now we'll take a tweet here. We have unsold student tickets for the Wizard of Oz tonight that will be available for public sale at the door. First come, first serve. You better be quick because it's 7:20 and that has just come in. That's the Wizard of Oz, of course, the musicals here are of top quality. Opening night was last night, second night tonight, so you've got to be quick if you want that one.
I was going to add that exact comment, Coach Saunders, for people who have not ever been to a production at Bishop Kelly. They are top quality and they are very, very well done.
Well, there's hey y'all, mosey on over to catch some volleyball versus Bixby. JV wins set 1 25-15. That was an earlier one. So it's going to be Hoffman with the next one. Thank you for your tweets.
Nice hit there by Miss Osmond. Oh, Bixby is good attack, just a little long. But I tell you what, it was a nice shot. But I think it was, I couldn't tell if that was by Sydney Roth or whether that was by Sydney Hales.
So a point for the Comets. 18s in the second one, the senior. Ziola serves long
Nice
to the
deep
back.
serve.
Wasn't it? Almost perfect. Osmond with the cushion.
They have been going a lot to Miss Osmond on the back row tonight.
And that's a double from Bixby, so a point to the Comets.
Yeah, I think she's probably hit as many attacks from the back row as she has from the front row tonight.
BKTV. BKTV Live is our Twitter. If you want to get in contact, we'd love to hear from you. BKTV Live, all one word. We'll see if we can get your tweets out. We'll also put your tweet on the screen. Going to be a serve here from the number 13, Emma Clark, who's a senior on senior night here at Bishop Kelly High School. She serves left-handed. Ziola to Buford, senior to freshman. That one is a little bit of misunderstanding there by Bixby. A point to the Comets.
You know, it didn't end well for Bixby, but I tell you what, Emma Clark, the setter, made a really gutsy and a great set there. That ball was tight. She had to jump high to get to it. Pulled it back into the court, and I tell you what, she made a great recovery on it.
So over it goes to Schilt. There's Baumann. And a bit of a miss hit from Osmond. She smiles, gets away, but it gets the point.
Doesn't necessarily matter what they look like, it's where they end up.
Now, timeout's being called here. And it is another timeout called, I think, by Bixby. And they, you're getting to the business end of this game. It's 21-19, Gene. I mean, here we go. Go Lady Comets. Bring it home for senior night. That's from Shelley Long at BKTV Live.
I'll say a nice hello to Miss Shelley Long tonight.
Shelley just watches everything BKTV. We've done, follow us, there it is, be at BKTV Live. We've done some softball for you. Good luck to the girls. We'll bring you some sports news later on. We've brought you some volleyball, of course, and we will be bringing you another football game. The Comets go to Pryor tomorrow night. The BKTV cameras will pack away and go up to Pryor to bring you that game with Coach Axe and Sam Harbin, your resident commentators for BK Comet football. Another district game.
Nice pickup by Audrey there.
Good block at the net. Osmond reacts well though. Baumann again to Osmond, who will kill the ball. Gets up so high above that 7'4" net.
Yep, she can put some air between her and the floor. That is for sure.
Abby Buford. Audrey Buford, my mistake. Serves for the Comets.
Nice serve receive there by.
Good block from Sadie Baumann. Buford again wearing two
So
at the top of our
Bixby to stay in this, they've got to get a side out here or it's going to be tough, given the way Bishop Kelly's been playing tonight.
And that again is a very clever shot, but we've been given a double, says R1.
Oh my goodness, I didn't see that.
Well, what I can tell you is that Emma Clark, who made that play, which we've seen before, was mortified.
Yeah, I could tell it was clear that she did not agree with what the up ref said.
You have to just put it out of your mind, don't you? It is, as the Comets win the second game, to be fair to the referees, it's a very difficult call, isn't it?
It is, and there is a lot of those calls, especially when you're talking from a setter standpoint, or when the players are passing the ball overhead, if you will, with an open hand. There's a lot of those that are really, really in the middle of, they could go either way.
We will take a short break now. There we are. I'm Dave Saunders in the white there, next to Gene Roth. Thanks for his company tonight. The Comets are leading by 2-0. They need one to wrap up this game against Bixby Spartans on senior night. We'll take a short break. You're watching BKTV.live.
Hi, I'm Don Thornton, and we've been selling cars in Tulsa for more than 50 years with a simple philosophy: represent great brands and always make business about people. VW is a proud part of our family, and it's growing.
Back row for Bixby, just a little bit back on their heels.
We will be speaking to Coach Wadds after the game. Stick around for that. Always a good interview, very honest interview with Coach Wadds. Very experienced coach, of course, loads of success.
She's had a lot of experience, no doubt, with pre-game and post-games interview, I'm sure.
She never lets us down. There's Schultz for Bauman. Here's Hightower.
Nice block by Bixby there. They're not giving up, that's for sure.
They're not. Good defense there. Good touch over the net. Good dig.
Great dig by Miss
Buford. And in the end, there was a block, Hightower, but it goes to Bixby.
Looks like the ball just caught us moving backwards a little bit instead of moving forwards, which is generally what most coaches want people to do, is they're moving on the volleyball court, moving toward the net instead of away from it.
That was a great serve from Hoffman.
Well, that was a down-the-line serve, yes.
Really was. Well, she's pleased with herself, and no doubt. That was a great serve. So a point back for Bixby. They trail 5-3.
Gets them right back into the game.
Hoffman now will serve again from our left, the libero. There's Buford, Bauman, Hightower.
A little bit of a miss hit by Sophie, but it almost worked.
And in the end,
like the ball was out, but was it touched by Bishop Kelly? If we touch it, I'm sure we will call it.
Point goes to Bixby.
Looks like maybe we did exactly that.
Always a pretty sporting game between these girls.
Oh, absolutely.
So Hoffman bounces the ball with purpose, serves from back left, goes right down the middle to Schilt. Buford, over it goes from Parker Ross, who's back on the court. And there's a lovely kill from the Spartans, number 15, that's Gabby Justice.
Nice hit there by Miss Justice. Deep serve by Skylar.
Well, good block at the net somehow.
Good block, nice dig by Emma Clark. Keep that ball going.
Brilliant rally, keeps going.
Almost had another one.
So a point to the Comets. They lead this one 6-5. They are 11-15 on the season. There's Schilt with the serve. Librero to Librero. Bauman scoops that one up.
Oh boy, we almost Audrey just about got that ball to crawl over the net.
So Bixby then, the number 26 will serve here. That's Skylar Roth.
And Bixby's right back in it again.
Buford to Bauman. And there's Hightower. And Roth cannot keep it, but there is a point to the Comets. And we are now at 7-6 to the home side. It's gone a little bit quiet in the
It has.
stadium,
You're right. It has. It's kind of quieted down, and I don't know why. Certainly, to me, the excitement is no less now than what it was.
Popular figure of Kaylee Dawson coming onto the court.
One of our seniors in the game again, which is great.
Yes, indeed. Good rally, this one.
It is a good
unfolding.
rally.
And that is a perfect kill from
that just caught the line.
Gabby Justice, one of the seniors.
It did just catch the line, but nonetheless it did.
Well, we interviewed Father O'Brien, who's gone off to see the Wizard of Oz. We had Coach Parks on, the AD, and of course we had Jerry Berner, Wadds, as she's affectionately known, as the Comets get another point, and we'll speak to Wadds after the game as well. Thank you to all of those for stepping in and telling us about various things going on at the school. Coach Parks does a great job across all the sports, spends many hours here.
Nice pass by number 22 there for Bixby. Callie Davis. Oh, nice dig. If they could get this going, that's great. A great dig by Skylar.
And the Comets win it. Sadie Bauman with the last touch there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Bixby didn't win that point for them because they really fought hard to keep that ball going.
Certainly did, but they trailed by 9 points to 7 as the freshman Buford serves down the middle.
Oh, nice set there by Skylar.
And there was a good attempt at a kill there from Sophie Childs, but a good block, good defense for the net from the Comets, who go to double figures, 10-7, and they've won the first 2 games of the night on senior night. That one bounces just before Schilt. That was a good kill. Bixby get a point. Onto the court comes the number 30 for the Spartans, which is Sydney Hales, who's a junior.
Number 14, I think, is first time we've seen her in the game for Bixby. Number 14, Maddie Dudley.
You're absolutely right, my friend. And here she is with the responsibility of serving.
And a good serve at that coming off the bench.
Osmond with a nice touch over the net, and somehow Bixby get away with that one. Well played to them. There's Washington.
Oh, nice block. Oh, it's unfortunate that it went out, but that was a great block by combination, I think, Kayla Little and Sydney Hales.
Just wide of the target. As we said, sometimes the angle of the ball comes off the angle of the hands, and goes out. Now, a big night for Madeline Roberts, who's another senior here, and she's going to have the responsibility of serving for the Comets in play, and she will win her first point. Clench fist.
She's got her first point of the night.
So I think I'm counting up. We've got.
I think that's almost every one of them. I think
it is.
It's been in.
Certainly 3 seniors are on the court at this present time, and I think you're right, Gene. And we shouldn't forget our seniors, who are our managers as well.
Oh, they're every bit as important as the players, and in some cases they're even more, because they do the things behind the scenes that make the players who they are.
And I can tell you that's Kylie Uwe and Grace Roy, who've been honoured tonight as well. Point for the Spartans.
Yeah, yet another one of those middle passes that the setters have done. They've done that to us 3 or 4 times tonight. We're having a little bit of a problem reading that play as it's coming on.
Emma Clark then with the serve, left-handed. Good low flat serve. Schilt to Bauman. Attempted kill by Parker Ross, and she will get it. She just double checks. The ball has hit the floor. 13-9. Sadie Bauman. On to the court comes Catherine Barton.
Oh, that was a nice play. Wow.
Nice kill in the end, but as you say, team game. Sydney Hales with the kill, but nice setup.
That was a nice setup all the way around. A great pass. Emma Clark, the setter, was right there. Nice, quick. They've run that quick offense 2 or 3 times tonight, and I think they've been successful almost every time.
There's Bauman for Osmond, and that one is blocked at the net again by Sydney Hales. Another point to the Spartans. 13-11, they trail.
They're staying right in this game as well.
They certainly
Just
are.
like the second game.
Kayla Little, top of our roster, wearing 6, serves to the right. Bauman. Over it goes from Schilt to the back corner. Good block at the net.
Nice
good
dig by the libero.
Yeah, Hoffman did well to retrieve that one. Schilt with a lovely cushion there. Pushed to the back by Bauman. And again, a good block on the net, but it's a good kill from the number 15, Gabby Justice. Little again will serve.
Bixby has it together at the moment. They're playing well.
Really getting into this game. That one is just going to creep over the net, but that's a wonderful piece of play from Barlow. Just reached up and
I tell you what, that's one of those balls as a front row player, when you see an overpass coming like that with nobody on the other side of the net, it's like, manna from heaven right there.
There you go. And Barlow took full advantage. Proud dad watching on. So, here's Caitlin Osman. Word for Caitlin, Coach Watts was telling me that she's been player of the tournament 3 times this season.
You know what? From the games that I've seen her play, Coach, that does not surprise me at all. She's probably one of the more versatile players that I think they've got on the team, because we've seen her, as I mentioned before, we've seen her hit front row, back row, right side, left side, middle. I think the only thing she hasn't done yet tonight is set the ball.
Should say as well, the libero Amanda Schilt has been player of the tournament twice.
And that's not surprising at all as well.
There you go. Good retrieve from Bixby. Over it goes from Hoffman. There's Bauman setting here for Buford. That was a strong attempted kill there, but
nice pickup.
Comets have kept it alive, and
in
the end, Barton says that was her mistake. On comes Schilt for Osmond. 15-14, close game this one. Bixby have to win it to keep the match alive.
And they're right there. This game's going to go either way still.
There's Parker Ross. There's Schilt to Bauman. In comes Buford, and a block at the net from Bixby. That's the point.
They got it to go in. Boy, that was right there on the line, but they kept it in.
Certainly did. Thanks again to all our students working the board, the vision mixer, the cameras, and of course thanks to Michael Blazik, who directs all of us, including me, in such a good way. Works very, very hard. And we love bringing you. Well, Bixby have admitted a touch there. That's really good sporting play from Bixby.
Yeah, because I don't know that anybody saw that.
Yeah.
And that, I think, had they got that point, if I'm not mistaken, that may have been their first lead of the night.
Yeah, I think they might have been ahead just briefly in the second game. It's been a seldom viewing, hasn't it? Bixby in the lead. But that was very sporting of them to say there was a touch. That's a point to the Comets as the ball goes into the net from Reagan Roper. Ziola comes back in. Kira Ziola, always a popular figure.
Always brings some energy to the court whenever she steps on.
And there's a great serve, and that's going to be a point straight away. That was a really tough serve to defend. Now there's going to be a timeout here, so we will take a timeout as well. And with the Comets leading this one 18-15, they lead by 2 games to 0. It's a short timeout. You are watching BKTV.live.
Hi, I'm Don Thornton, and we've been selling cars in Tulsa for more than 50 years with a simple philosophy: represent great brands and always make business about people. VW is a proud part of our family, and it's growing. The all-new Tiguan is here. Listen to this. The new Tiguan has 57% more space, third-row seating, great new styling, the sporty SUV you've been wanting. The new Tiguan at Don Thornton Volkswagen, sold by people like you at 43rd Memorial.
Well, they're playing Sweet Caroline here just for me and Gene.
Absolutely. You know what? You can almost be assured beyond a shadow of a doubt when that song comes on, everybody's going to be involved.
It is one of those songs, isn't it? Yeah, I can tell you, all the world over. Now,
I don't know if it's like that from England or Scotland, where you're.
It is from England. Yeah. Absolutely. It comes on, it gets everybody going.
It goes, that's right.
Senior night here, 18-16. Comets on their way. Everybody who's a senior has had a go on the court, and we've got Abby Medico, who did a wonderful rendition of the national anthem today. There she is, palming the ball up for Bauman. And Osmond tries a kill from mid-court, but it goes into the net. Point to Bixby.
All right, so that puts Bixby right back at us again. It's 18-18, I think. 18-17, my fault.
And a change of ball there for Skylar Roth, who serves. Bauman back over her head. Medico.
Wow.
Well,
There's
that's
a ball off the shoulder, but it doesn't matter. It still counts as a dig and can make the highlight reel.
So I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you about that. I mean, are you allowed to get the ball over with any part of your body?
Any part. I've seen several instances where they've actually kicked the ball over with their foot.
That's what I want to do.
Absolutely, and as long as the ball goes over and it's within the 3-hit time, 3-hit count, it counts.
Of course, a lot of the professional teams in soccer play a kind of a volleyball, and they practice their heading and so on. So there we go. Here is a serve from another one of our popular seniors here. That's Kaylee Dawson, who's serving now 6 points from victory, but there is only 1 point between the two teams in this third set. Medico gets blocked at the net. Have Bixby somehow got away with that?
It's unfortunate they couldn't get that, because both Emma and Sophie made a great block there, and they was able to keep that ball in play.
Dawson again then serving at 20-18 up. Student section on their feet. That's a perfect kill there. That really is a wonderful kill.
That back right corner has been our corner all night long. We've been able to use that to our advantage many, many times.
Zola, Dawson, Schilt, Medico, Bauman, Washington. The 6 Comets on the court currently. Here is Bauman. Here's Medico. Gets blocked at the net. Bixby keep it alive. And that's going to go wide. Zola says that one's wide. She checks with the referee, checks with the line judge. Everybody nods. And a point to the Comets brings them to 20 points to 19. Here's Medico with the serve. I thought the board was slightly wrong.
Yeah, I think it was. We're missing. Yeah, we were light 1 point.
22 now, 19. It might be 22-18. And Kate Losman comes on. There is a timeout. And Gene, if you're the Bixby coach now, I mean, you're 3 points from defeat. Yeah. I mean, what do you say to the
Well,
guys?
I mean, you never want to instill a lot of, doomsday attitude. But I mean, if you're the coach, you've got to be saying, girls, we've got to do it right here. If we don't do it here, and if we can't get 3 points real quick to get us back, tied up again, then we're going to have a short night here.
Don't forget, tomorrow night, please join us just before 7. We do have a recorded coaches show every week now for the football.
And I've heard those are definitely well worth turning into.
Well, there you go. And I can tell you there's a treat. We've got Coach Trammell on this week. Gave us a fantastic interview. You've got to see it. 10-7 tomorrow night as the Comets travel northeast to Pryor. That one's away. Comets 2 from victory on the night, on senior night. We'll hope to speak to some of the seniors as well after tonight, but of course Bixby aren't done yet.
They've still got room.
Medico.
There's always an opportunity to. However, now it's going to be even tougher.
Yeah,
given this as solid as Bishop Kelly has been playing tonight, it would take quite a feat to be able to come back from 1924.
Well, it is match point. Medico serves to the middle. There's Hoffman. But Bixby
they're not going to give
up.
Point.
They're not.
But they're at a non-disputable do or die moment right now. They have to basically serve and get the game even, because anything less than that means the game's over.
And the responsibility goes to Maddie Dudley, who's not been on the court too much. There she is serving.
Wow.
That was a great serve.
A gutsy, great serve there.
And it's quite fitting that Kaylee Dawson, a senior here, wins the match on senior night.
That's great for her. Bless her heart, and great for her.
Really good play from the Comets. They win it to 12-19 to 20. Bixby fought, but you always felt the Comets were really in control all night, G.
There's no dispute the Comets had control of all these games tonight. I'll give it to Bixby. They were right there both game 2 and game 3. They were right there literally almost, could take charge of the game at any point, but they just weren't able to get over that hump.
Well, you can see some of the cardboard cutouts. There's Sadie Bauman on the cardboard cutout there. The girls are on the court there, enjoying themselves. They're in the huddle there. Sarah Dix is just filming them as well. We'll hope to get some interviews with some of the seniors and with Coach Wads, of course. Stay with us here on BKTV. Gina, just a fantastic night, isn't it? I mean, we say it again, everybody's, and when you win on senior night, of course.
Every win is a great win, but there are certain nights, certain times where it has a more meaning. And for all of the underclassmen, they couldn't have done anything more fitting and, given a better gift to the seniors as to walk away with the win tonight.
Well, you can see people are leaving, some are leaving, a lot are staying because they're celebrating with the cardboard cutouts, who of course are our seniors. And we want to thank every single one of them on our roster. That's Kira Ziola, who wears 11, who had a good night. Kaylee Dawson, who fittingly got the winning point, wears 14. Sadie Bauman, the trusty left-hand server. Catherine Barton, of course, wearing 20. And not to forget about Madeline Roberts and Mariana Hightower. And, of course, our two managers, who are Kylie Uwe and Grace Roy. Now, I'm going to bring in, if I can, Coach Wads. And we'll see if we can.
Just like Alexander Hamilton, I am not throwing away my shot. No, I am not throwing away my shot. I'm going to rise up and bring awareness and necessary funds to the San Miguel Middle School. How am I going to do that? By dancing, of course, at the most fun event in Tulsa, Spotlight on San Miguel, Dancing with the Tulsa Stars, October 21st at the Cox Business Center. How can you help? By sharing this video with as many folks as possible and by using a Hamilton from your wallet. Yes, that $10 bill is worth one vote. Go to www.spotlightonsanmiguel.org or on your mobile device, type in spotvoting.org. Your vote will be a blessing to San Miguel the way you have been a blessing to me. Thank you.
Welcome back in here to Bishop Kelly High School. Coach Saunders with you. We've just seen the impressive 3-0 victory against Bixby Spartans, and I've got a couple of the seniors because it is senior night. Young lady, introduce yourself. Who are you?
I'm Shakira Ziola. Kira Ziola.
Kira Ziola. I did know that, by the way. I just wanted you to know. Kira, how much fun has it been the last 4 years being involved with the volleyball?
I can't explain. The team's a family, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. I'm sad it's going to be over.
Yeah, it's bittersweet. It's not quite over yet, though. You've got a few more games.
Oh, yeah. State is our goal. That's what we're heading towards.
Absolutely. So tell us what you do. What's your main function in the team? What's your position?
I don't play all that much, but I am a team's biggest cheerleader, and I am also a DS.
She's not a bad player. We've just seen her play. See, I'm going to turn to Sadie. Sadie, your mum is one of the coaches.
Yes.
What's it like having a mum as a coach?
It's pretty fun. I've been doing it for a while, so I've gotten used to it. So.
And you're what I call in commentary a trusty server with that left hand. Do you enjoy serving?
I love it. Yeah, it's my favorite part of the game for sure.
What do you do if you don't serve? Our Coach Wads want you to serve. Does she ever have a go at you for that?
No, I just kind of move on. Let us play the game after that. So.
How impressive was your victory tonight?
Really exciting, really excited. It was really fun to play as a team and with everyone. So.
And, how far can you go this season? I mean, obviously you want to win state, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's the goal. So.
Sadie, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's gone very quiet. I'm just going to step forward because I think Coach Wads is just praying now. I'm going to keep talking. We will hope to talk to Coach Wads, but in the meantime, thank you to Kira. Thank you to Sadie. Thanks to all our seniors. We'll let you go and join in. We'll see if we can get Coach Wads. What we'll do here, we'll take a short break and afterwards we'll come back with Coach Wads. You're watching BKTV BixbyTV.live.
Just like Alexander Hamilton, I am not throwing away my shot. No, I am not throwing away my shot. I'm going to rise up and bring awareness and necessary funds to the San Miguel Middle School. How am I going to do that? By dancing, of course, at the most fun event in Tulsa, Spotlight on San Miguel, Dancing with the Tulsa Stars, October 21st at the Cox Business Center. How can you help? By sharing this video with as many folks as possible and by using a Hamilton from your wallet. Yes, that $10 bill is worth one vote. Go to www.spotlightonsanmiguel.org or on your mobile device, type in spotvoting.org. Your vote will be a blessing to San Miguel the way you have been a blessing to me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Don Thornton, and we've been selling cars in Tulsa for more than 50 years with a simple philosophy: represent great brands and always make business about people. VW is a proud part of our family, and it's growing. The all-new Tiguan is here. Listen to this. The new Tiguan has 57% more space, third-row seating, great new styling, the sporty SUV you've been wanting. The new Tiguan at Don Thornton Volkswagen, sold by people like you at 43rd and Memorial.
Welcome back in here to Bishop Kelly High School on senior night. I've got with me a very special guest because it is an assistant coach, Lisa Bauman, but also, and you know what I'm going to say, you're also mum tonight of a senior. How proud are you?
Oh, so proud. She played awesome, and all the girls did. It was awesome that they all got to contribute, and everybody that we put in did their job and helped us accomplish it as a team tonight.
And it was a very accomplished professional performance, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's wonderful when you bring our most of our seniors. Four of them play with their second varsity, our JV Red, and we haven't been playing together. We've been split. So when we bring them back together, they just helped us be better tonight, and it was awesome.
Tell us about, we can obviously see their prowess on the court, but what are they like as leaders, these seniors?
Oh my goodness, they understand what Bishop Kelly Volleyball is. We have some siblings that have been around it for a while, and they get it. They know it's not about them. They know it's about the team. They've been very good about showing our underclassmen what it is that they need to do on and off the court. They're great students. They're involved in lots of things, as we heard tonight when they were announced, and they just exemplify everything that we want to be as Bishop Kelly Comets.
Lisa, we really appreciate you. We appreciate Coach Watts. We love bringing you these volleyball games. They've had an impressive 3-0 victory tonight over Bixby. Thank you so much to you. I'll let you go and clear up or whatever you got to do.
Yeah, we got to clean up a little bit, but hi to all my people in all my states. Thanks for being here for us.
Thank you, Lisa. Thanks. That's Lisa Bauman. That just about wraps it up now from BKTV. As I said, an impressive victory, 3-0 on senior night. What could be better? Join us tomorrow night around about 10 to 7 for the coaches show. The football and our cameras moves to Pryor. You've been watching BKTV.live. Take care of yourselves. God bless. Coach Saunders signing off for BKTV.
Hi, I'm Don Thornton, and we've been selling cars in Tulsa for over 50 years. And now Don Thornton Volkswagen is all about SUVs, Atlas, Touareg, Tiguan, and the long wheelbase Tiguan. That's right, Volkswagen is your SUV company. Well, wait a minute, Volkswagen was into SUVs before there were SUVs. Remember the VW microbus? Well, we now have 4 new models to accommodate every activity. Don Thornton Volkswagen is once again your SUV headquarters, and they're sold by people just like you at 43rd and Memorial.